Hello, ladies and gentlemen, back once again, another video. I'm a little late to this new saga, but apparently enough, a content creator by the name of Little Tay. For those who wonder who Little Tay is, Little Tay was once this big content creator back in 2017 and 2018. And pretty much, she was well known for bragging a lot of stuff and vehicles, jewelry, just all that stuff. And she went mysterious enough, disappeared ever since then. And she did try to get her best to regain fame again a couple times, but none of them really lasted. But recently enough that she came back at like almost say 2 days ago, she made a post claiming that she started an OF account at the age of just when she turned 18. Like she immediately started one again. So we're gonna watch a video about someone talking about this in their own POV. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Oh, we having issues. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, we're gonna work to this video right here. Shout out to go subscribe to JMMARI. I have no idea how to say his YouTube channel name. I'm sorry about that if you're watching this video. But yeah, go give him some love. Go subscribe his channel. Go watch his video if you don't want to watch my video. I'm fine with it. I just want to react to it about this. This is something bizarre, but at the same time, I'm not surprised because I feel like this is somehow her family's doing this, but at the same time, she's probably an adult now, so this could be just her thing.
Always been a mystery online. For those of you who don't remember, back in 2016 to 2018, there was this little girl dubbed Little Tay who went viral after she made countless videos flexing cars, money, and designer items.
You already know what it is.
Man, 2017 and 2018 were probably much the greatest time out there to be alive. Not gonna lie. Man, good times. Making me feel old, not gonna lie. And not just me being 18. I'm 18. Same age as her.
Lil Tay, the youngest flex of the century. I'm only 9 years old, but I'm richer than all y'all broke haters. This be my kitchen. It's bigger than your whole entire living room, and I got 4 more houses. This costs more to your rent. My toilet costs more to your rent. Everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent. And see, this is my closet. Everything here be designer. Gucci, Louis, Versace.
Now eventually it would leak that someone was essentially coaching her behind the scenes to say and do these outlandish things.
Bro, wait. Go back and say like, no, you broke ass bitch.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
No. Redo. You need to be like more ignorant. You have to be like, ooh, Lil Tay out here.
You still
Wow. I mean, I always wonder about the parents being involved. Like, if I remember right from articles back in the 2019 or 2000, between those 2 years, there used to be a lot of drama about Tate's father. Tate's father took custody of her, and because his ex-wife and her brother pretty much have been using her for clout and money. At least I remember that. That used to become a big news back then, but not anymore.
irrelevant, like I said last time. What do I say?
Here's how I got automated transcripts and summaries for every lecture I attend.
Shut up.
It's called Otter AI, and
That is when everyone saw behind the curtain, and the girl more or less disappeared after her mother, father, and brother started catching a lot of flack from people saying this was a form of abuse.
It is. Any parent put their child in the camera and for just views or practically abusing them emotionally and mentally, not physically, because you're exposing them to the world that they don't understand at a young age, and the fact that you're trying to use your child for money and clout, It's something I would never do. And it's okay, look, there's a lot of bad ones. For example, like what was the family name? Had like 11 family. I don't remember what they're called, but the mother was arrested for that. There's another one where I think Adventure Boy came, I think it was called a long time ago. Where adopted parents adopted the kids and pretty much used them for clout, and they were all arrested for that. And there's not a lot of good ones out there. There's like some out there to this day, but most of them are not really nice. Most of it is just nothing but them putting their children in front of a camera and pretty much forcing them to do all this excitement bullshit just for clout and I guess money. I don't know why they do it. I guess they're selfish. Most people are selfish, I'm not gonna lie.
Personally, I think that her brother was the one behind the persona, but it's kind of a moot point at this time. Then 2 years ago in 2023, she would return once again with another attempt to garner clout, where she
I never heard about this part. I probably did, but oh yes, I do remember that. I remember there used to be a lot of clickbaits about Lil Tate death, a supposed death, but I never believed it because I thought it was just nothing but like a bunch of clickbaiters, just trying to clickbait some views. But I didn't. I was surprised that they actually did this, but I'm not surprised if they're trying to gain back fame.
and her brother literally faked their own deaths to try and create some buzz around the Lil Tay brand.
The teen rapper, whose real name is Claire Hope and who rose to fame online in 2018, has passed away.
Once this was outed as a hoax where they said they got hacked apparently, she would then return to her flexing, shit-talking ways.
5 years and y'all still broke. The GOAT is back. 5 years and I'm still the youngest one out. Y'all hating ass bitches were hating on me when I was 9 years old, talking all this shit when you don't fucking know me. So stop fucking talking. You did not come up. You had 5 years to come up and you didn't.
She also spent time saying how her dad was a horrible person, that he was allegedly posting man looking for woman ads on Craigslist, feeding her a diabolical diet, making her wear undersized clothing, and that basically both he and his girlfriend needed to be investigated by CPS due to her horrible living conditions. And I guess that was her explanation as to where she had been. Other than that, she was still chasing clout, dropping bullshit music, and with these latest antics, it really just shows the disgusting nature of our current society.
It's because she was influenced. That's all I'm gonna say about this. This is my opinion, but the reason why she acts like this is because she's been influenced by her brother and her family. That pretty much forced her to do this, and at this point, she probably got used to it. I'm not surprised. I'm also a little disappointed.
And though these tweets have now been deleted because they were against Twitter's TOS, I did screen grab them because I knew they were going to be important in the future. And so this entire situation kind of came across my radar when I saw this tweet. If this post gets 10k likes, I'll seriously consider making the OF. And I'm sure a lot of you in your head right now were thinking, well, how old is Lil Tay? It seemed like just a couple years ago, she was a very small girl. Well, as it turns out, time does fly, and this was actually posted 6 days before her 18th birthday. It seems like she's essentially been planning on having a very similar rollout as the Catch Me Outside Bad Barbie girl, who was also teasing a pay-for-play link on the days leading up to when she would be legal age to do that.
You recently started an OnlyFans account, correct? Is it true you made over $1 million in your first 6 hours?
Yes.
This was also her bio this time, where she says, should I drop the link on my 18th birthday, June 29th? Then she got even bolder with her messaging, sharing a photo that I'm going to have to censor of Sabrina Carpenter posing nude on a Rolling Stone magazine. And she's once again asking, should I remake this on my OF if I make one on July 29th? And so she would pretty much continue with her ad campaign.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th, and every male has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18. Girlies, what do you think? Should I do it?
I mean, I won't lie to you guys, anyone who was counting down to this, like they had a little timer set on their phone, needs to be investigated by the FBI.
Oh yes, the fact that several people just told her to do it the moment she's about to turn 18, that's a little disturbing in my opinion. But I'm not surprised because there's a lot of weirdos out there. I never understood OF. Let's continue, noise.
She would then run a poll asking this same question, and 2/3 of the people said, "Don't drop that link."
Yeah, don't do it. Just don't do it. There's a lot more other ways to make money than just do this. But this is my opinion. You know, this is her body, her mind, her property of a body. She can do whatever she wants, but still don't do it.
Don't ruin the rest of your life. Because honestly, once you go down that path, people are just going to look at you in a certain way. It's going
Yes, that's something I want to talk about OF. Is that the moment females post their link, their photos, videos, anything, and OF, people will not look at you the same way anymore. Some people might think you're, I don't know, beautiful, I guess I could put it that way. But at the same time, people might look at you disgust, repulsive, possibly replacements. Because that's something a lot of OF don't really think about is that people look at them at a certain different light. They just assume people like them because of their bodies, but they really don't care. Sure, most people do, but I just don't understand doing this. You're doing this for money, yes, but once you hit your a certain age, you know, once you hit your like your mid 30s, then and your body starts to like degrade because you don't stop take care of your body, then people won't give you the same love and attention that you so craved. And this is something that I think most of these might realize because they hit a certain age that people will stop giving them the attention that they got loved. People stop giving them the money. And this is true. This is really true though. There was like some of these one I remember one video about a lady and her sister been I don't know how to put it having intercourse with other people for like a whole year and they're planning to do it again. And I made a post saying that say that again once you hit your mid 30s or 30s. And this is true though, and several people said it's true because people won't because OF people the reason why people like some of these OF girls because they're young, beautiful, and naive. But once you hit a certain age, like you hit your 30s or mid 30s, you're immediately discarded. That's how easy. And it's true. And sure, you might feel bad, but at the same time, it's kind of your fault because you allowed this to happen. And this is gonna happen to little Tay. She's gonna hit a certain age, and immediately, a snap of a finger, boom, you're replaced. That's how simple it is. No, I'm not even joking. Sure, you make a lot of money, but if you don't know how to take care of yourself or the money, then you are pretty much broke for the rest of your life. And this is true. Right now, they're all of them are living a good life, but once that time comes, just like that, a snap of a finger, everything change. And it's really true though.
going to be very hard to get respect in other realms of your life. Just ask someone like Mia Khalifa, who spent, I believe, only a couple of months in the corn industry, and she's noted multiple times how it completely destroyed her from a mental standpoint.
Exactly. OF is basically like Pornhub. They're both the same thing, and it can destroy your life. It is so true.
And also really limited her future career opportunities.
But then again, it's mostly their choice. Sure, some people could be coordinated or be naive to believe that this is a good thing, but most people, almost all of them, had a choice and they chose this, and they have to live with the consequences. It's simple.
And then she's just saying shit that has no correlation. So I'm mature enough to get death threats at 9, but not mature enough to launch an OF at 18. And this whole behavior would actually get her account suspended for around a week. But on Elon's Twitter, nothing is really forever, so she would find her way back to all the sick fucks. She would follow this up by saying, I'm 18 now, where are all the pay pigs? And to me it's just so ironic, because for years she was out here calling everyone broke, saying that they needed to get like her and get their bag up, and then the very second that she turns 18, the very second that she's eligible to do this shit, she's taking that dirty money, baby.
Ironic. Okay, want me to play this game? I'll play this game you want me to.
Y'all already know what the f going on. Lil Tay's dropping the youngest link of the century. Mark your calendars tomorrow, 3 p.m. EST. And nobody, including my family, including the grown-ass haters, is gonna stop me. You know why? Lil Tay rich and
Yeah, she's gonna lose everything. It's so true. It's gonna happen. I can tell this person thinks that money is come from trees because she's probably come from a prestigious family. And I'll say this again, the moment you start doing OF and the moment you start posting videos and photos or everything else, yeah, people will see you in a different light. Just like that. Your family hate you. Your fans or any friends will hate you, will look at it a different way. That's true. Lil Jay's getting richer and Fine getting richer. That ain't gonna last. I'll say that. I'm sure it might last a few years, but yeah, I highly doubt it. And given the fact that she acts like this, it's most likely she might financially take care of herself if her family decide to cut her off permanently. Who knows?
finna get richer, bitch!
And I just have the feeling that no one in her life is actually trying to stop her from doing this. But I would say that most sensible people would not suggest making this type of life-altering decision the very second that you can. Especially where she has other like modern-day avenues such as streaming where she can still make money. And I actually have the feeling that her loser brother is still the one behind this entire fiasco. Just look at what he said. This was apparently during one of her Instagram live streams. And keep in mind guys, this shit is just all for promo.
Why are you on live and telling people you're gonna drop a fucking link?
So I'm just gonna disappoint everybody that's been waiting since 2023 and even 2018 by not.
Bro, what in the?
She really said everyone who's been waiting since 2018, which was, if I'm doing the math correctly, 7 years ago. You know, when she was 11 years old. I don't know, I just can't help but lose a little bit more faith in humanity as the days go by.
By not.
Bro, what in?
Me too. Why is he here? Ain't he supposed to be old enough to live in his own? Or is he living off his parents' money? I'm not be surprised.
The Americanized capitalistic shit is this?
Capital what? Everything is about the bag. You're just mad that you're broke. You're mad that no agency came to you before your 18th birthday and said, hey, we'll give you 30 to 40 mil to drop a link. Am I right or am I right?
Yeah, that's some capping ass bullshit. No one offered her $40 million to drop a link. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if her sick fuck of a brother wasn't the one recording the content.
That's a flex? Doing something to society?
I get good grades from school. Are you dead ass?
Bro, get the
Are we dead ass? The link is dropping whether you want it or not.
Get off of live.
She then would go on to say, I did it, link in bio, all content shot at 12:01 on my 18th birthday. And then she posts this picture where she's wearing this shirt that says corn star in training. I mean, I guess I just don't really see why some people, like, get off on this type of thing. Like, they want to see the girl's birth certificate to make sure they can go into her the second she turns 18. They want the fucking hospital records. And I'm telling you guys, this shit is just so PDF coded, where she says, freshly 18, please don't tell my mom. My 18th birthday exclusive shots at 12.
Oh yeah, this is definitely for PDF.
12:01,
people.
only if
Budget, yeah, come to and come see my birthday. Yeah, this is nothing but PDF. This should be like Predator shit.
available for 24 hours.
Predator
And it's just one of those
shit.
things where I don't care if it's technically legal. This is just a disgusting thing for not only her to do, but obviously for everyone who goes and subscribes to this or looks forward to this type of thing. To me, it's like you were just so unbelievably down bad, and you need to end up on some sort of list because you're just playing on such a slippery slope. But apparently, guys, I'm the crazy one, because she says she made $1 million in 3 fucking hours. $1 million, Lil Tay just broke the fuck out of OF. And it's just so funny to me that this has now become something to, like, be proud of. There's, like, a sense of accomplishment. And in the modern day, there's also this sense, like, oh, if it's making money, it's okay. Look, she made it.
It's true. For some reason, most OFs will get excited to get a lot of money. Most money and power in their lives. But like I said before, and once you hit a certain age, when you hit your 30s, just like that, you're removed from life. Irreplaceable. That's who she is to these creepos. A replaceable object that they could discard the moment that her usefulness is over. And it's true. And I don't care if I say this.
$1 million, while everyone else is slaving away. They can't even pay their bills, they don't even have a place to live, they can barely afford the groceries, and then she just has life on easy mode. And then she finally shares all the money she made in apparently 3 hours, and she shares these alleged numbers where she got around $500,000 from personal messages, $26,000 in tips, and $500,000 in subscriptions, totaling to over $1 million in the first 3 hours. So yeah, it's essentially just the same thing that we saw with Bad Baby a couple years back. I do think that she was even more successful in her 18th birthday OF venture, and while I'm sure some of you will disagree with me, I don't know, something about this just feels like slimy as fuck to me. It feels disgusting. And it's just crazy to see the now effects of someone who was exploited in their early childhood and taught all these bad lessons about life and money and flexing on people and looking down on others, has now chose to in turn exploit herself the very first chance that she gets. I also don't think that social platforms should be okay with hosting this type of message, especially if someone's trying to do this thing when they're still like 17 years old. I don't get why you would allow them to promote themselves in that way on your platform, because a lot of these tweets, they aren't going viral because people are actually sharing them. They're going viral because the new Twitter algorithm literally just chooses to put them on people's profile. All of these have like millions upon millions of impressions. I don't know, I just hope that none of y'all out there are subscribing to this type of shit. I mean, to me it's like one of those things, like you never have a second thought as you're entering your credit card, debit card information.
That's true. A lot of people don't have second thoughts. You always have to have second thoughts before purchasing anything on the internet. That's true.
You never have like post-nut clarity and think, wow, I need to reassess my life. Why am I paying for this? I don't know, it's getting weird out here, guys, but thanks for watching. Let me know what y'all's opinions are down below.
Thank you for watching as well. Thank you for watching with me, and thank you to this content creator. I have no idea to say his name. I am sorry. I'm trying to understand his name, but just go subscribe to his YouTube video because you deserve all the likes, all the comments. But yeah, thank you guys. Have a great day.